Hello, Stewart families. This is your principal, Audra Goodman, coming to you with this week's Star Review. I am once again at a swim meet, so I am holed up in a corner and it might get a little noisy, but I'm going to do the best I can to get through this video. So lately, we've been noticing, especially with some of our younger kids, there has been some words and actions that have been coming from them that just aren't expected from somebody their age. And it made me go back and think about a memory from when I was a little kid about why this is probably occurring. When I was younger, I sporadically lived with my mom on and off. I always ended up back at my grandma's house, and eventually they adopted me and I stayed there permanently. About a year after, when I was in preschool, after they had taken over full-time care of me, I think there was an assignment in my preschool or daycare to draw a picture of a pet that we wanted or a pet that we had, and I drew a gorgeous picture of a cockroach. Of course, they were concerned. They called my grandma. They also talked to her about some subject matters and words and some things I was saying that didn't seem appropriate for my age, and my grandma was devastated, she told me. She was super embarrassed. You know, she had adopted this kid at 50 and she was feeling like an awful mother. But after talking to me and figure it out, she said it was a couple things. My grandparents watched TV around me a lot, and so I would, even though I wasn't paying attention and I was playing, I would be taking in episodes of Golden Girls and a show called Hunter, which for some reason I guess I did cling on to, which had some grown-up material in it. And even though I was little, my memory stuck from when I was living in random homes with my mom, and I must have befriended a cockroach. Needless to say, we got through that. It's just a funny memory, but it does really make me think about the fact of how observant kids are when we don't even realize. So often kids pay attention to things that we don't really realize that they're paying attention to, and then they take it in and they have no idea what it means, but they will sometimes repeat it or do it again. They notice how we interact with others. They're like little sponges. They notice things we say. They notice how we deal with things. They notice all of those things, whether it be from their siblings, from parents, from caregivers, and social media. They kind of absorb the world in learning how to treat other people and how to react to situations. So it's unavoidable, that happens, but here are a few tips to help support your child as we navigate them growing up. Be mindful of what they see and hear, from TV shows to music to conversations at home or in the car. They are soaking it all in. Talk openly when they have questions. Encourage your child to ask, what does that mean? Is that okay? If your child brings up something they saw or heard, take it as an opportunity to talk about what's appropriate and what isn't, instead of avoiding the conversation. Model the behavior you want to see. Kids learn so much from watching adults in their lives. The way we handle frustration or sadness, the way we speak to others, the way we manage conflict makes a huge impression on them. Reinforce expectations. Reinforce school expectations at home. Remind your child that some things might be okay at home or in a movie, but not at school, and help them understand that difference. An example is, I have two boys. You know, they'll wrestle or goof off or smack each other or do things like that, and that's okay in my home, but if they were to do that at school, that would be absolutely inappropriate, and I gotta kind of teach that balance. We are all in this together. We raise these children collaboratively, and so our partnership is important. So I appreciate you just being mindful of that, and just being thoughtful of the powerful influence we both have over our kids to create a positive and respectful environment at Stewart. All right, continuing on with parent tips. Preparation is key to your child's test success. I've been talking a lot about testing because it is coming. So what steps should your child follow when preparing? Clarify what will be tested. Just have your child check in with the teacher. What are we going to be doing this week? What's going to be covered? And then make a plan for studying and how to prepare. And sometimes preparing isn't just the academic piece. Sometimes it's that emotional piece, especially if they get anxiety over testing. Think of ways to reinforce the material. Your child can make flashcards or do practice tests with you, or you could just even talk about the material. Focus on school. Success habits. In addition to studying, your child needs to sleep. Sleep is when our body heals. You don't want them to wake up groggy. Good nutrition, having healthy food in our tummies, enough water, a regular bedtime, all those things go a long way. Make attendance a priority. It is super, super hard for a child to keep up when they miss school, and when they arrive late can also be really difficult. It reduces stress on test day if they're on time and they have time to go through all the things. Ease anxiety. Make plenty of positive comments. You're prepared for this test. You're gonna do great. Just try your hardest. No matter what, I'm super proud of you. That's really all your child needs. All right, this week, some announcements. So Lost and Found is getting just insane, and we're going to have to start to clear it out once a month. So on the last day of every month, we've been saying this, but I want to remind again, we are going to donate all of our Lost and Found. It really helps if you put your child's first initial and last name inside of coats and items. We just always check it and we give them right back to them. So please check out Lost and Found on Monday. It is going to go away. And just remember to remind your child to always remember their stuff. Steam night is this Thursday. We're super excited. It's 5:30 to 7. The RSVP is up. PTA is awesome, and while supplies last, they'll have free pizza for us. So please RSVP so we kind of can plan on what to get. And it's a super fun night. There will be games, there will be prizes, it's speakers, mini millies coming. Really encourage you to go to this event if you can. Also, Monday is the last day to turn in any gift cards for our March Gladness project to help support Mary Bridge Children's Hospital Oncology Department. And lastly, yearbooks are on sale now. They're going to continue to be on sale through May. Around the school, on the fence outside, in the office, there are QR codes that you can order those yearbooks. It's a really special and wonderful memory that we would love everyone to have if possible. So thank you so much, Stars. Have a wonderful week. And remember, at Stewart, Stars have deep roots.